And we're back.
Reminds you of summer.
No bitterness.
It's a very good beach beer.
Take on the world, one beer at a time. What is going on? And welcome to Take on the World Beer Review with
Johnny
and Mike. We're having all kinds of technical problems with our camera this week. I think it may be dead for good. I'm not sure. It fell accidentally on its own.
Yeah, I think we need to upgrade.
So the beer we're looking at today, it has a convoluted pedigree.
Yes.
It's a collaboration beer through 3 different breweries.
Is one of them Adroit?
No. This is Dream Universe number 755 Hazy IPA. Where'd you get this one, bro?
I got this from the local store. When I drive over to your place, I stopped in and I always try to see what they have. And I like the can. I like the blankness of it.
I like the black lid.
Yeah, it's just like, it looks like the universe, or some kind of explosion in the universe. And it said hazy, and I know I like hazy IPAs. So
Yeah, we've been big into hazy.
Yeah.
So this is, let's see.
I got it.
Modest Brewing, which is 505 North 3rd Street, Minneapolis. Fair State Co-op, which is 2506A Central Avenue, Northeast Minneapolis. And Black Stack Brewing, which is 755 Pryor Avenue, North St. Paul, Minnesota. So they're all Minnesota breweries, put them together. I will list their websites, Facebook pages, and Instagrams and Twitters in a graphic in this area, someplace over here or here, maybe over here.
There,
Something. They'll be on here while we're talking and pointing and acting like idiots. Just because there's so many, I didn't get them all. The style of this one is a New England IPA. It lists itself as a hazy IPA, but Untappd lists it as a hazy or an IPA New England. The alcohol by volume is 7%.
Oh shit! This is 7.
7.
This is 7.
The IBUs are listed as NA.
Perfect. So we love NAs. The IBUs NAs are perfect.
The average Untappd rating for this beer is 4.12, which is respectable.
That's high.
It's respectable.
Very respectable.
So I have high expectations for this beer.
So what we did was it wasn't really cool when I bought it, and then I drove an hour to your house, give or take, and let it sit in my car for like another hour. So we threw it in the freezer for the last 40 minutes. So it's pretty cold right now. Would we say, right? Yeah?
Yeah, it's pretty cold.
Yeah.
You want to read off the information about the beer?
Sure.
There we go.
Okay, so Dream Universe number 755 is a 3-way collab with
at Black Stack Brewing.
At Black Stack Brewing and
at Modest Brewing.
Can you blow that up? I'm having a hard time.
I don't know if I can.
There you go. Okay, so Dream Universe number 755, which is what we have here, is a 3-way collab with at Black Stack Brewing and at Modest Brewing, a celebration of friendship collaboration, and our 3 flagship hazy IPAs, Mirror Universe, Dream Yard, and Local 755.
So when I was looking this up, Local 755 is a beer from Black Stack. The other 2, I'm not sure which one owns them.
Right. And then at the end they say notes of drippy pineapple. Let's keep note of this. Notes of drippy pineapple, mango, and nebulous fruits. What the fuck does that mean?
A nebulous fruit. No idea.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I said it like I knew, but I didn't.
Nebulous, like out of this world fruit?
Maybe there's something that's called a nebulous
Soft
fruit.
and wonderfully balanced. I mean, God, this sounds fantastic.
So I love balanced.
Yeah.
So without further ado, and because I don't know how long the camera's going to last, we'll crack this bad boy open. And I'm not even going to smell it when I'm pouring it. I like the color already. Oh, I did get a smell of it. It waved up to me. I smelled pineapple with the can 10 feet from my nose.
Okay.
I always try to give us about the same amount there, buddy. I don't want to bow dog the freaking beer. Oh, I get pineapple.
Yeah.
And I get another fruit. I like the color. I don't know if you could see that in this camera, but the color is hazy. Nice head just from pouring it out there. The first thing I taste is pineapple. And then I get mango, and I do get a little bit of bitterness. Just a little bit. It's
slightly.
It's good. It's a good bitterness. It's not a like sometimes when you say bitterness, people like, oh, but this is not like the bad kind of bitterness.
No, I would say like the IBUs are probably like 2.
Well, you don't understand the whole IBU scale because you think 25 is high and it's not.
No, like I think that NA is great.
Yeah,
NA is perfect.
Well,
I don't want any bitterness.
They're not listing it because it is a balanced beer. I like it, even though it's not as cold as it could be.
Like honestly, like when they list a beer, it's like the NAs are like 100, or like I won't even try it.
No, it's just too bitter for me.
I would try it, but I know I wouldn't like it.
No, and we've found from some of the stuff that we've had recently that when they say NA, usually it means it's a well-balanced beer on Untapped. And I'm finding that for this.
And sometimes these things grow in you, too.
I don't know that, like, even...
I'm getting more, like, fruit with this.
You know what else?
With the fruit up front.
We also found that when we try some beers, when they're really cold and we first get them out, they taste one way, and then they warm up a little bit and they taste another way.
Yeah.
And this one's not as cold as it could be, but I still like it. Like, I would say this beer is about 50, 55 degrees.
It was definitely not as cold as we could get as the traditional American beer.
No, and I'm okay with that with some beers, but like American beer, because it's so a lot of mass-produced beers. Let's say that, not just American.
They suck so bad.
They are not good beers, so they're really only good when they're cold.
Yeah. I just remember that going down to Westchester, and we got a flight of beers, and like this flight is chilled at 32 degrees, and this flight of the exact same beers is chilled at 55 degrees. And the ones that were chilled at 55 degrees were 10 times better.
Well, I know from researching opening, like I'm researching a business plan to open a brewery, and I know from that your yield out of a keg at 33 degrees or 34 degrees in the keg is a lot higher than your yield out of a keg that's 55 degrees. You'll lose 20% of your beer that ends up being waste at 55 degrees.
Now what I think I'm having trouble with is you get all these hazies, all these high-end hazies, and honestly, they kind of all taste the same. There's so much there's so much more to them than, it's hard to
differentiate between them.
Yeah.
And I get what you're saying. A lot of it's taste, and then some of it is going to be loyalty to a brewery.
Like age-right theory.
Like age-right theory. Like everything.
I would put this beer probably on the lower end.
I would put it 2 rungs below age-right. It's still a good beer. It's a great beer. Like,
yeah.
Like when I say that, I'm not disparaging the beer at all. It's a great beer. A 4.12 I think is a little high for this on Untapped. I think I'd give it like a 3.75.
That great hazy color.
Now see, this last part of this can is colder than the rest of it.
Does it taste different?
It gets a little sweeter.
See, that's the weird thing about beers. Yeah. Like it like some shit settles down at the bottom, and like you don't.
See, the last couple sips of this, I'd go almost up to a 4. But the first half of the beer, where it's a little warmer, I'd say 3.75. So, like,
Now, let me go.
Did it taste colder?
It tasted more fruity.
Yeah.
Not colder, but more fruity.
I think the colder beer brought out the fruity flavor.
But it's a very good hazy. But I would still. That's probably like a. 3.8, 4.2.
Yeah, that's about right.
If we're going like 5 is like the highest.
5's the highest. Increments of 2.25.
I would say 3.8, 3.8.
3.75.
Sure.
It's in increments of 25.
I wasn't paying attention, you know.
Quarter. I know you don't. I know you never do. But that's cool. No, I enjoyed it. It's a decent beer.
Well, absolutely, yeah.
I would. What I would love to do is take this beer and try the 3 beers they produced this from.
Right.
And like bounce them off each other.
Does this can hit the shelf?
Oh, this can gets on the shelf. This can gets on the shelf for the shelf art or for the can art and the black top. Realistically, I want to taste all 4 beers together just because I want to drink 4 beers.
Realistically, I want to drink Adrian Theory.
Well, I think maybe we'll do one of those if we have a chance. Oh, I just made a chance.
Oh,
Let's
shit.
do that.
Do we have any of those in there?
We have a whole fridge full, bro.
Okay.
All right, then. So, Dream Universe number 755, Hazy IPA. Collaboration with Fair State Brewing Cooperative. What was the other one? Oh, Modest Brewing and Black Stack Brewing. We give it a thumbs up. It's not quite on Adroit Theory level, but it's close. It's very close. I'm digging the hazy IPAs. I really am. I think it's a nice turn in the industry where the hazies and the imperials with the lactose in them. I'm just digging them.
Yeah.
And I've never been an IPA guy. Like anybody would tell you if they see me drinking an IPA, they'd be shocked because I have an IPA.
You fucking queer.
Yeah, fucking queer.
Hey, when's the last time you started sucking dick, you fucking queer?
Next thing you know, I'll be drinking White Claw and it's all over.
When I see my man drinking White Claw, we're done.
I tell you, when I was down at Katie's party, I had it was a Labatt Blue seltzer.
You fucking queer bastard. And you make fun of me. Anybody that drinks seltzers.
But I snitched myself out.
But me.
I put myself out on blast for drinking it to begin with, so no one else could. So, anyway, we took on this beer, so you go take on the beer world one beer at a time, or take on the beer one world at a time, because this is Dream Universe. And we're back. You.
Reminds you of summer.
No bitterness.
It's a very good beach beer.
Take on the world one beer at a time.